What is going on, everyone? My name is Josh, aka Ultraplayer, and welcome to my Let's Play of Dark Cloud 2, also known as Dark Chronicle in non-America lands. This game was released by Level 5 Inc. Let me do that so we don't have to sit that cutscene again, even though that cutscene was amazing. This game was released by Level 5 Inc. for the PlayStation 2 in 2002 or 2003 for America and Europe. And ever since I first picked it up, it has been my favorite game of all time. You'll remember, but don't watch it, even though it's incomplete. Still don't watch it. You'll remember my Let's Play of the original Dark Cloud, which I didn't know how to use my my Elgato that well, so it ended up being very bad and not being finished. But I actually did play Dark Cloud 1, of course, first, and then eventually found Dark Cloud 2 and just fell in love with it. Dark Cloud 2 is an amazing, amazing game that holds up even to this day. Since its release, since I first played it, I have replayed it time and 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 time again, as it's just such an amazing game. Even though I already know the story, even though I know all the ways to get 100%, I still find myself playing it because it's such a great game. And I really hope that by me playing it and by those watching it, that you will also find a inkling to play this game and fall in love with it the same way I did. So before I get into it, I just want to say about how I'm going to be doing this Let's Play. This is going to be a very informative type Let's Play, where I not only play through the game, but also, explain a lot of the game mechanics and things about just generally everything. If you ever watched someone like Checker Conroy, he's kind of my inspiration behind wanting to do this Let's Play. The way he does Let's Plays and fanatics about games like his. So this will actually be a 100% Let's Play. I am not going to stop until I have all the medals, all the everything, all the trophies for the PS4. Because this is the PS4 remake, because I wanted to have the better graphics. I will be doing that. However, stuff like medal collecting and all that, like the last minute stuff, will be in extra videos or will be on stream. So I'll play through the game in an episodical, I think it's episodical playthrough here on YouTube, and then once I'm done with the game and beat the small little post-game stuff, I will be streaming me going through and getting all the medals and stuff, and hopefully being able to 100% the game, and then of course I'll upload the VODs. But as for a schedule for this game, I actually do not have one. Really. I plan on releasing this first part on the 1st of July, and then hopefully being able to get one video out a week at the very least. I will get out more if I'm able to get out more, if I feel like I can afford to put an extra one out. My goal is 2 a week, but I gotta make sure I put in put in the work editing and everything, get a thumbnail, blah blah blah. So with that all the way, let us get into Dark Cloud. This is going to be a new game, obviously, and we actually get to select the costume for one of the main characters, being Max. And you have 3 to choose from each one. So you have the hunting cap, the fashionable cap, and then the maintenance cap. But I always like just sticking with the original stuff. I'll be honest, I like the original outfit, so that's what we're going to rock out with. And we're going to get into this game.
Those monsters are in my father's room! Father!
And with very little delay, they immediately throw us into the fighting. So it's going to pop up instructions on your screen of basic fighting mechanics. You have circle block on, you have R1 to button to block, X to use the attack, and L1, X to use your ranged weapon, which in the case of this young redheaded girl is going to be magic. So, if you understand, you can lock on, like I said. You can attack. Of course, using the button multiple times will really let you use a combo. And these Griffin soldiers, as they're called, actually have a decent amount of HP for, your first battle. If you hold in the X button, you can actually use a charge attack, and that will come in handy for dealing with multiple enemies at once. It is AoE damage. So, finish off that one, and that will be the first encounter of the game.
Dear Mother, how are you? I'm doing fine. So much has happened that I don't know where to start. Well, I guess it's easiest to start at the beginning. It all began that night. Right, that night of the storm. Oh, I'm soaked.
Haha, Max. Pretty early today, huh?
Yeah, I guess, but take a look at this. Haha, ta-da! Check this out. I got a ticket for Flotsam Circus Troupe.
Oh, good for you. Your dad's not gonna try to stop you?
He said I could go.
Well, you'd better finish your work quick then, huh?
Right.
Hey, Max, what's that you got there?
What's this? Father gave it to me yesterday. Always wear it, he said. It's pretty old. I don't know what it is. Well, can I get started?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Gabriel's vacuum is set up below. Go to it, lad.
Leave it to me.
And just like that, we actually have control of a new character named Max. I do want to, if it wasn't obvious or already obvious enough, I do want to stay quiet during the cutscenes, as I feel like cutscenes are obviously important to the story. During less important ones, I may talk over them and give some commentary, but I will generally be quiet during them. But you actually have freer control, not just the 8 directions. You can actually run in any direction you want. It's really nice. The graphics are pretty decent for a 2002 game, I gotta say. The facial expressions could use some work, but again, this was made in 2002, so. Here you have a save point to be used to, of course, save the game at any point needed. There are many, many files, which is something I think is really cool. They have 13, so that's always very nice to have for multiple playthroughs. But here is the vacuum that we were told to repair. And it says that we need to go get our tools, so do a little bit of exploring. The camera is semi-set. It's set as in you can't control it in certain areas. But other than that, it's typically a free camera. But we're going to go down here, and we're going to actually see a notebook that we can pick up. So I'm going to grab that. And then we're also going to, I believe it is in here. Yep. A tamed wrench. So, now with our tools, we can go ahead and go back to this little vacuum here and get to work.
Okay, here we go. Ah, this is the Anbar Type 2 here. This is a pretty specialized hose attachment. Oh, I see the problem.
Well, is everybody ready? Let's have a stupendous show tonight! Let's make this a night of wonder! All right, all. Let's get to work!
Well, like every protagonist, we fell asleep. Slowly wake up.
Oh no! It's about to start. Why the heck didn't it go off? Huh? He's gone?
And just like that, we have control once again over Mac. Now we can explore the area around these circuits, but I don't feel the need necessary. You can also save if the last 10 seconds are very important to you and you don't want to redo them. We're going to talk to this clown here.
You need a ticket
And whenever you come to one of these scenarios where you need to give someone an item, the button will always be square to open your menu and to give the item that you have.
Here you go. Hey!
Damn orphans.
My ticket! Oh, I can't believe it. Of all the...
Alright, so we now have to hunt down the little snot-nosed brat who stole our ticket. So if you ask around, you'll get people who don't seem to care about your situation, but there's a few certain people who you need to talk to progress your
Did you
search.
see a little red-headed kid come this way?
Nope. You see anything?
He headed towards City Hall.
Oh yeah. But,
Did you see a little red-headed kid come this way?
Nope.
Gotta
You
get a
see
little timing,
anything?
as
He
that may
headed
happen.
towards City Hall.
We run over here, and generic human also doesn't want to listen to our story. They just want to ask. If you come over here and ask her,
Did you see a red-haired boy run by?
Oh, yes. Just now.
I really apologize
I'm
if you can hear what's going
certain
on
I
in the
saw
background,
him heading
but I
that
am unable
way.
to control that. And you can keep talking to random people, but the only other person that really matters when it comes to trying to find this kid, I believe, is this one. Talk to this little girl, and it will trigger the next cutscene.
Hey, did you see a red-haired boy?
Me? No, sorry.
I see. Huh? Hey!
I'd like it to go on record that that kid is now dead.
Gotcha!
Because that is concrete.
Hand over the ticket.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to see the circus. Just once.
You really want to see the circus, huh?
I'm sorry. I promise I'll never do it again.
Alright. Here you go.
Huh?
Come on, it's yours.
Really?
Yep. I'll go see it next time.
Wow, thanks! Really?
You'd better go now. It's about to start.
Okay, see ya!
What?
You passed. You might be able to do it. Hurry! The first door is waiting for you.
What is going on?
And just like that, he never questions it again. So, we have regained our ticket, so let us go to the circus, shall we? Give him the ticket once again.
Here it is.
Hurry up, it's starting.
Yep.
The random replies he has to people absolutely kill me. It's starting. Yep. Yep.
Hey, this is no good. I can't see anything. Wow!
Well, Mayor, you're certainly looking well. Well, if it isn't my favorite roasted chestnuts! You thought of everything.
Huh? What's this about?
Oh, this is good. Indeed, this town's chestnuts are the best!
Is that the mayor?
So, have you found it?
Well, not yet. You see,
Now, Mayor, are you really trying hard enough? You know what happens if you don't find the stone, don't you?
wait, please, I'm trying my best to find it. Please, I need more time.
Ah, well, what can you do? But remember, this chance is your last!
Are you sure that the stone is in this town?
Oh, yes. Oh, I can smell it. I can smell it! The stone is in this town! Absolutely!
But we've turned the mine inside out looking for it. We couldn't find a trace.
Oh, sweet Mayor, we've been through this. I've told you before, I don't tolerate excuses! Ah, but the people in this town really are living the sweet life, huh? Not knowing anything of the outside world, they're lost in their carefree lives. With such a pack of ninnies, no wonder they can't find a single stone.
You can't tell anyone about the outside. There'd be a panic. Then no one would be able to look for your stone.
Oh, I know, Mayor Pooh. We'll keep it our little secret. Huh?
Darn!
Who are you?
Max, run! Hurry!
Wake up, fools! Did you see it? The red stone around that boy's neck! We found it at last! Well, what are you waiting for? Get him!
Whoa!
Do not worry, I have a wrench, everyone. Just like that, we are into our second encounter now. Unlike the red-headed girl, we do not have a ranged weapon right now, so all we have is our trusty, dusty, oversized wrench to deal with these murderous clowns. Just like with the red-headed girl, however, controls stay relatively the same. The charge attack is a bit different, as when you hold, it's more of a spin attack. And these clowns are much weaker than the soldiers that we fought back in the hallway. So. Now, I can't remember fully how to actually do this, but if you're locked on, there you go. Pull back the stick and hit the X button. You have to do a backflip, which is good for avoiding certain attacks. But, nothing else to explain. Let's just... Wow, okay. Let us just finish off these clowns. And no one's going to question that we just Thanos that. Wrench became battle item battle wrench. We shall save the world with our wrench skills.
Alright, I guess this will have to do.
You really would make a great acrobat, don't you think? That is not an easy jump to clear.
Well, boys, shall we begin then?
Do these guys ever quit? Ah! Oh, what now?
Hand over the pendant, boy. Hand it over now, and I'll let you leave here alive.
Pendant? What, this?
Don't do it!
Huh?
Well, what's it gonna be?
You can't give it to him. It's too important.
Hand it over! Now!
No, I won't.
Well, if it's going to be that way, then die! Oh, nowhere to run now, boy! You idiot! He's behind you! Quickly, after him!
Max! This way!
was so scared then.
After this
But in
cutscene,
a
I
way, it
will
was
be
really
making
fun.
a cut so I can fix something. I realize that my commentary is probably a little
I
desynced
mean, every boring day
from
had been just
the-
the same for me.
the video because I forgot about the video
But
delay
this,
from Nevada.
this
So
was the beginning of
after
a real
this,
adventure.
I'll make a cut. But until then, enjoy the theme.
I'll take my chances, racing time, rewriting the book for all to see. On my own, I can ride the winds of change to heal a broken time, a broken world. In the dark, a candle is the sun to light our way back home. It's a dream, it's a hope that one day we'll be free. Give me strength to open up the door. Only the strong ones can stand the test of time. Caught in between these two worlds, finding our way. The sun will rise to pierce the skies when this wonderful world starts to shine. When this wonderful world starts to shine.
You okay?
Yeah. You saved me, Donnie.
Hey, don't mention it. What happened out there? Who are those guys?
Flotsam Circus Troupe.
Why are they after you?
I think I heard something I wasn't supposed to. I didn't understand exactly what was going on. But I needed to get out of there.
Yeah.
Donnie, what is this place?
It's the underground water channel supplying the town.
Really?
You could also call it my secret base.
Wow. I never knew this place existed.
Not too bad, huh? Those clowns will never find you here. Just relax.
Yeah.
As it suggests, I will go ahead and save real quick, and I'm going to make that cut. So I will be right back. Okay. So, hopefully the error is now fixed, and I can continue on. Hopefully, this will be a good solution, as I am now using Audacity to record my microphone, and we'll edit it all together in post. So, with that, we have reached the underground water channel, actually, and I'd like to actually continue the story from here. We will end it off rather soon. I don't know how long these episodes will be, but the first one will be pretty long. So,
So
what are we gonna do? We are going to talk about the underground water channel. Ask Donnie some questions.
Underground water channel. So this goes outside of the town, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Exactly.
Hey, Max, what are you cooking up?
Something's going on in the outside world.
What?
That Flotsam guy is threatening the mayor.
What? Why?
I'm not sure myself. But Flotsam said it. The whole town's living a carefree life, not knowing what's going on outside. What does that mean?
Don't know.
But after Blackstone Railroad went out of service, no one's left town. And it's not that they don't leave. They can't leave. The reason why the mayor doesn't open the gate must be so that people don't see the outside world.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I'm going.
Huh? Going? Where? You're not thinking of...
Uh-huh. I'm leaving this town.
Oh, hold on there. Seriously? But there's all kinds of weird creatures in the channel.
I'll be fine. I usually use this to fix things, but it makes a pretty good weapon, too.
No use trying to stop you now. Hold on a sec.
Shout out to Donnie for being the voice of reason, for saying, yeah, you can't go fight all that stuff with a wrench. Here, have a gun. Voila.
Voila!
This is...
My baby. But you'll need it more. It gets a little rowdy around here, so this guy'll come in handy.
Wow, really? It's okay?
Take it already.
Thank you, Donnie.
And with this one, we can keep in touch while you're in the channel. If you get lost, just give me a buzz.
Gotcha.
Watch yourself, Max.
Yep. Donnie, I need you to keep an eye out for those guys here.
No prob. Whatever you say. Huh? Hey, why do I have to stand watch? Max?
Sorry, Donnie, but I want to see the outside world with my own eyes. Chapter 1. To the outside world.
Oh, I actually was on Audacity, so let's try that again. Why is it not working? Hey, work, you son of a bitch. Oh, I guess that's not working. I have to do it manually. I had it set up to my oh, I think I know what I did wrong. It's supposed to be... Yeah, it's supposed to be those buttons. Okay, so I had the wrong buttons. But anyway, the layout does change based on where we are. So you'll notice that the dungeon, as it says down there at the bottom, is where we'll be doing our fighting. The dungeon map is always going to be the same. It is always going to look like this no matter what game, no matter how many times you play it. It'll always have this little layout. However, the floors of the dungeon, as you can see, the 8 floors here, will act as mystery dungeon floors. So if you ever play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon or something like Fate, stuff like that, the floors are randomized and such. If you click on one of them, you'll see that it'll give you the floor info. It has the name of the floor, which is going to be To the Outside World. It'll have slots there, which seem to match the slots that I have at the bottom. There are a total of 4 possible medals you can get in every floor. However, some you can only get 3 in, which I will take care of in post, which you will see as we start the thing. It has, for these 3, it has time limit to defeat all monsters. So if you defeat all the monsters on the floor within the time limit, you will get a medal, and medals can be used to purchase various items from, oh, I won't spoil where or anything, but it can eventually be used for purchasing little extras in the game. There's a question mark there, means that we cannot do that yet. There's another one that would go, and that's about that same slot, but we also can't do that yet. And then it has a kill condition, so whether it is kill all the enemies with Max's gun, or with items or whatever, or in this case, clear all without healing. If you do that, you will get a medal, and then it has total monsters defeated on the floor. So how many monsters you've defeated on this floor, not in one run, but all together. If you do it 5 times and there's 10 monsters each time, then it's going to show, of course, 50. But we're going to move into this floor. And you're going to see on the right, while the layout and the treasure chest and everything will be randomized for each floor, the enemies will not. The enemies will be consistent with each game you play.
Wow.
Every time you go into the floor, it will always be those enemies, and the key will always be on the same enemy. But
Max, come in. How's everything?
It's like a maze. Could get lost pretty easy here.
Okay, then you need to get the floor map. It should be in one of the treasure chests on that floor. The floor map will show you where you are on a particular floor. Shouldn't get lost if you have one. If you don't want the map in the way, you can turn it off and on with the select button. Alright, in order to get to the next floor, you need the gate key. I think the one in the channel's called the key handle. If you use the gate key on the exit for that floor, you can get to the next floor. Just keep doing that and you can get to the end of any dungeon. Got it, Max?
Roger, Donnie. I'll give it a try.
so Donnie does do a good job at explaining there some of the basic mechanics of the dungeon. There's always going to be a floor key, and the floor key will be different per dungeon. However, no matter how many times you play the dungeon, the key will be the same thing, and it will always be on the same monster each floor for the floor. So in this case, I believe, I don't have it actually overlaid on my OBS right now, but I believe it is on the on a rat-looking thing. So to advance to the next floor, you must clear the current floor by getting the gate key from a monster and using it at the exit. If you fulfill certain conditions when you clear floors, you receive medals, which I already went over. The medal holder in the items menu will show the items that you have. But press triangle, and you can actually open your menu. I will go more in depth over this menu in the next episode. But we're going to clear this floor before we end it off. If you look on your screen, you can actually see a couple things of note. You see your health bar, which actually has a numerical display as well. You have these little thing where the rings are moving back and forth. That's your hot item. It's like your hotkeys, so you can actually have items up there, and you can use them without having to go into the menu. Typically, things you have on there will be like recovery items. Then you have your 2 weapons up there on the top right. You have the wrench, and then the gun. The numbers actually indicate their durability. So the thing about Dark Cloud is that weapons have durability instead of like ammo or anything. Using a weapon will lower its durability. When it comes to magic and guns, just firing them can lower their durability. However, with the melee weapons, you actually have to hit an enemy for the durability to go down. Once it goes down to 0, the item is considered broken, and thus it will do no damage. Unlike Dark Cloud 1, the weapons actually do not disappear, which is really, really nice. For that, we also have the map, which you can use the select button to change. You can have it off, you can have it small, or you can have it large. Actually, you like to have it large, as I use the map very, very consistently. So let's go ahead and open our first treasure chest, and we are going to find bombs. So that'll be an item that you can actually put up in that hotkey item. That's another thing that you can use up there, and you can use those to attack enemies. Here we have our first enemy. Is going to be a sewer rat. Go ahead and attack there. It actually has a couple of attacks, like it'll try to bash you with its head, or it'll try and swing its tail at you. I believe that is all the attacks that it knows how to do. And you also have these little items. So each dungeon will have these little items laying around, like wooden crates or boulders, and they can be used to throw at the enemies. And sometimes you'll get an item like bread or maybe repair powder. If your weapons are becoming low on durability, you of course can use repair powder to fix them up. You don't always get items, and you can actually get some decent items, but we'll go over more of what you can get with them later. Another thing that should be mentioned is that you saw the rat drop a couple things. It dropped an item called a rolling log, which is an item that we will talk about later, many episodes later. Maybe actually in the next 2 episodes later, I believe. But it also dropped some blue orbs and some Gilda. So Gilda is going to be the bunny. Almost every creature is going to drop some kind of Gilda. And then it also drops some blue orbs, which are actually experience. Experience is actually for the weapon, not your character. Your character does not level up. Your weapons will, which we will talk about in the future. But whatever weapon you use to kill the enemy with will get the experience. Will absorb all the experience. So, with that, I believe that is just about everything I wanted to explain, but let us go ahead and start clearing out this floor. As you see, we have a new enemy. This is called the Froggy, and I've actually become poisoned, so I need to heal that off. Froggy has two attacks. It can spit the poison at you, or it can, if you get close, if it will do it for me, it'll spit that poison at you, which has a chance to poison you, and it actually has a physical attack where it just tries to kick you. Come on. Oh, it's not going to show me. We're going to take that out. And we're going to try... Whew. That wasn't bad. Oh, there goes that double kick attack that I was talking about. Okay. Let's try this again. Trying to do that, we have to pick up a Sea Dragon Crystal. More items we will talk about in the future. But let's go ahead and open up the treasure chest, and we will find a channel key. I'm actually going to go ahead and take that and immediately go over here. Every dungeon also has these kind of doors, which may or may not appear in the floors. In which case, you'll need to find a key somewhere in the floor that you're on to open the door. Unlike Dark Cloud 1, there's actually no back rooms here, so you don't have to worry about that. But we're going to open up here, and we're going to find a clown. One of the clowns that was hunting us down from Flotsam Circus. Go ahead and take them out. It actually has two attacks. I believe one is throwing that knife, and the other, I believe it just tries to stab you. Yeah, or tries to cut you, yeah. So let's go ahead and use our gun. Let's pick our gun in. We have not actually gotten any kills with our gun. And we're going to find that the clown drops sugarcane, so a lot of items can be used for various uses later on in the game, so be sure to collect everything that you can. And we are going to see the map. The map will show the layout of the floor, completely bare, or completely blank, and will highlight the room that you've already, or the parts of the dungeon that you've already seen. So, where I keep going, we go this way, and we're going to see a lot of enemies. The spin attacks, as you can see, actually do have quite a bit of range, which is nice. So they can be used to stop and interrupt an enemy's attack, too. But as you see, our wrench actually upgraded, and the number of synthesis points increases as your weapons and as your weapon levels up. To make your items even stronger, try spectrumizing items and combining them with your weapons. You can only combine synth spheres with weapons that have enough synthesis points. Parameters go up differently depending on the item being spectrumized. To learn more, see help under the main menu. I will actually talk more about leveling up your weapon in the next episode. Until then, I just want to get through this floor, as we have had a lot of cutscene and a lot of me talking, so it may be nice to just go ahead and sail through this floor. We actually got the key there. Anytime the monster that is holding the key is killed in battle, it will just automatically send you the weapon, which is nice. So, we can come over here, and we have a nice little sewer rat. And sometimes, oh, it didn't do it. Sometimes, it might depend on the weapon, I'm not entirely sure. If an enemy is knocked down like that and you try and melee attack it, with Max, he will just actually kick the enemy while they are down, quite literally. We'll come over here. And take out that guy. Now, I don't really like charging these things with the charge attack too much, just because of that specific reason. Then being able to get a good shot in on you while you are walking slow. You can move while you have your charge attack up, however, you are very heavily slowed down. A good way to deal with these if you're having trouble is to try to wait for them to attack and then take advantage by attacking them while their guard is down. I'm actually not going to be breaking all these crates, by the way. I will break a few of them here and there, but typically the items can be rewarding. However, they're not usually always the best. They're not always usually worth my time to stop, because it's also randomized whether or not you get them. You're actually picking up a lot of crystals. You'll see that there are many different kinds of crystals to be used for, as they said, spectrumizing your weapons. Nice that they are giving us a lot of them very early on, and as you see, my gun has broken, so we're going to use some repair powder to bring it back up. Now, in theory, it's a good idea to, wait until your weapon breaks to repair it, because, you'll get the most out of your WHP, as it's called, which is your weapon hit points. However, keeping it repaired when it gets a little bit low is good, because if your weapon breaks in battle, mid-combo, you may lose out on some key damage, and it'll actually interrupt your combo, which is not good. We actually picked up an item there called the Magic Crystal. It will actually reveal all the weapons, or all the enemies, everything that you can use on the, that you can interact with on the floor, except for the crates. But it reveals treasure chest, enemies, and then something else, which
That takes care of you guys.
we'll get into at a later point. But once you defeat all enemies on the floor, it will actually play that message for you, so you know that you are now safe. And we can go ahead and collect the last few treasure chests. Collecting the Magic Crystal first is a really weird experience. If you collect the Magic Crystal first, it'll literally just show a whole bunch of dots randomized around the screen. So, here, you have a chest that is booby-trapped. You can guess the trap. If you guess the trap right, you disarm it, and you can open the treasure safely. If you guess it wrong, well, you can try again, but the effect will take effect. The effect will pop, and whatever it is will negatively affect you. Whenever I do these, I usually guess exploding trap, because if it is an exploding trap and you don't pick it, it will blow up and the treasure chest will disappear. So I will say exploding trap, and then on the next one I know it's poison, so I can disarm it by guessing poison. But it's going to be some destruction crystals. It was actually worth getting those destruction crystals, as they are pretty valuable, or pretty good to have. You typically need destruction crystals in this game, so having those is very, very nice. And we're going to go pick up the last treasure chest before we go ahead and head on out of here. So that was the first floor. You can also get treasure chests like this where it just seems to be locked. If you have a key, you can just open it. Just straight up open the chest. But if you try forcing it, the trap will automatically activate, whatever it is. And you don't have a chance to guess. It was a poison trap, so once again, poison. We actually find a second gun, which is very funny. So you can find multiple of the same guns. They have the base stats of the weapon when you find them. You can sell them, or you can synthesize them. However, if they're not already leveled up, they're not really worth it, but we'll talk more about that in the future. For now, we're going to put the key handle on here, open the door, and we are going to clear our first floor of the dungeon, and that is actually where we are going to leave off today. A very long first episode, however, I don't expect them to be this long in the future. But with that, I hope you guys enjoyed.
I pressed on, deeper into the underground channel. I had said I want to see the outside world to Donnie, but there was a second reason why I wanted to go there.
Your flounder, sir. Bon appetit.
Max, where are your manners? Eat your dinner.
Father? I'd like to ask you something.
Yes? What is it?
About Mother. Where is she?
I'm sure I told you this already. Your mother is doing important work far away from here.
But what's the name of the town, and what job is she doing there?
It's nothing for you to worry about. Eat your dinner.
This is just how you always are. You don't tell me anything.
Young sir? Would you like me to go after him, sir?
Leave him be.
I actually forgot about that cutscene that plays after you finish the first floor. But that, my friends, is where we're going to leave this episode off at. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know what you guys think. I apologize for the audio issue that we had at the beginning where the mic seemed to be a few seconds ahead. That is now fixed, I hope. I hope Post Editing Me figures out how to fix this. And with that, we are going to end this off. In the next episode, we are going to press further into the underground channel and see what awaits us in this sewer, let's be honest. Later, guys. Thank you so much.